What's going on, everybody? Steve-O here. Welcome back to the channel. We're live from Madden Pink Slips, episode 59, the kickoff of season 4. We're here. Tyson Williams, the new coach, play on my kid's name, and this is our team. This is our team. We are taking a lot of silver. Hi-oh silver. We got a lot of silver here on this squad. As we're here with Carolina. We're here with the Carolina Panthers. And as it stands right now, Tim Tebow will be our quarterback. That was a big reason why I wanted to come. Yeah, not a very good team. 78 overall. Pretty low. It's pretty low. It definitely is pretty low. You look at the defense, it's a little bit more promising. You got Aaron Donald there, the feature, the premier player. We have really, really old players in DeMarcus Ware, who's 33, 79 X Factor. We have Julius Peppers, who really was an ageless wonder, but he's a 35 superstar X Factor. Hayward's, probably the second biggest player on our team, 84. He's only 25 with that superstar dev. So in reality, also maybe shout out to Morgan Burnett. He's 26, 85 with that star dev and a scheme fit. Everyone else, Kayson's pretty old. Even on the offense, you look at wide receivers crew, like all these guys are almost 30. Jimmy Graham, 28. He's getting out there a little bit. So, I mean, there's a reason why we picked Carolina. Above all, I think a selling factor, a huge selling factor was Tim Tebow as a quarterback. I get to play with him, and it's probably going to be nonsensical. He's probably not going to be particularly good, but we might be able to win a couple games here and make it entertaining. It'll be the challenge. We didn't have that challenge with the Philadelphia Eagles because Donovan McNabb was on point, the best quarterback in the game, debatably, and he could elevate everyone else around him that we could pile on wins. Now with Tim Tebow under center, things are going to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to have to try and establish some sort of like power offense, I guess, with Tebow scrambling, Mark Ingram, Carlos Hyde, and going with Jimmy Graham for the time being, depending on how the draft goes. Because we're going to go here today, and we're going to set everything up for the 2015 season. So we're going to go through free agency, we're going to go through the draft, we'll sim through the preseason, and we'll see where our squad's at to get ready for episode 60 and really kick off season 4. But the draft is also, I think, one of the biggest appeals of this flashback because we have to go through the nostalgia of these old veteran drafts. So I'm gonna shut up now. We're gonna get into free agency, maybe see if there's a player or two that's worthy of us, trying to land, and then more importantly, get to that 2015 draft. Okay, so a couple things we gotta get through here. As we hop into free agency, well, because we took over late, I didn't have any chance to negotiate with any of our impending free agents. So we looked at that D-line, and DeMarcus Ware is gone. And at the other end, Julius Peppers is gone. So I will take it upon myself. Because we're Carolina and Peppers is such a legend, I do want to throw out an offer on him. My God, Carolina has a massive offer, but there's no salary cap. So, I mean, am I really worried? No, I'm not. So we'll pay Julius Peppers pretty much whatever it takes to retain his services. And looking at the other positions, this is actually a really solid free agency period. There are quarterbacks with name value there. You got Jamal Charles at running back, not much at wide receiver. Aaron Hernandez, we want to get spicy with it, but we got Jimmy Graham. But you look at the offensive line, Tyron Smith in his prime, 24, 89 superstar dev. Andre Smith looks solid. Center, you got Richie Incognito. You got Ben Grubbs, Jari Evans, Andy Levitri, Michael Orr on the D-line. You got prime Robert Quinn, 25 superstar dev. We got Michael Brockers here at D-tackle. We could use another D-tackle for sure. I feel like we could probably draft one. I do like Nick Fairley, but again, I do not like building my team during free agency, especially now that we want the new challenge of a fresh new Panthers team. It's a little different. It's a little different when you're talking about Julius Peppers because of his stature, because he's pretty much goddamn legend. But I mean, you look at other positions. If there's guys that would be low-key kind of interesting to sign and bring in, I will definitely consider it. But we're looking here so far, not much. Ooh, Philly unable to retain Richard Sherman. He's their champ. Bailey will just not retire. We got Josh Norman there. Again, that one's interesting because obviously Josh Norman reached his peaks with the Carolina Panthers. But again, I just don't want to buy our good players. I want to have to work for it. I want to earn it. We got Troy Polamalu there. So yeah, I think we'll just get out. We'll just get out of this by trying to bring back, and obviously we will because I mean, maybe not. There's a chance. But we're just going to get out of this, bringing back Julius Peppers so he would make sure he retires as a Carolina Panther, and we're going to have to build the rest of this team through this draft. Quick look at the free agency recap that we have here. Looking at least were some of the big names. Richie Incognito going to the Redskins. Tyron Smith to the Saints. Ben Grubbs to the Packers. Evans to the Cardinals. Drew Brees is a Minnesota Viking. Jamal Charles is a Miami Dolphin. Robert Quinn going to the Raiders. Andre Smith to the Cowboys. Richard Sherman to the Chargers. We got Everson Griffin going to the 49ers. McCourty to the Cardinals. Quincy Carter to watch Arizona be just ridiculous. Quincy Carter is that quarterback for hire. Ignore the rating. Ignore the rating because he is so goddamn good. DeMarcus Ware to the Redskins. Jared Allen to the Marshals. We got Troy Polamalu going to Dallas. Tony Romo could very well be the signal caller in Chicago. Josh Norman to the Bengals. That's really all that's really worth noting. But the biggest one, Julius Peppers is back in Carolina. So for the draft, this is where it gets a little interesting because I have no scouting done. So I think generally speaking, we'll play it honestly. We're gonna play this draft like it's a draft in real life. Whatever players are there, I'm gonna pick them. That's the one luxury that we're getting in the transitional years because there's no scouting. I could not, I'm not gonna be able to, hold a set of standards. I don't know exactly who's overpowered, who's not overpowered. Really, once we get out of the first round, unless there's a clear and obvious, like, yes, go make this pick. So we pick at 7. Let's get right into it and figure out what the board is going to look like at pick 7. So at pick number 1, the Oilers are it feels like we're coming full circle here. Our first team, season 1 of Madden 20 Flashback Pickups. They've now went from being the most dominant team, head and shoulders in the league, to being the worst team in the game, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. And they get Jameis Winston. Famous Jameis is going to be controlling the Houston Oilers. At pick 2, the 49ers select Dante Fowler Jr. The Miami Dolphins at pick 3 get Brendan Scherf, tackle from Iowa. The Marshals at pick 4 get Amari Cooper, wide receiver, Alabama. At pick 5, the Chargers select Marcus Mariota. Thank God that's gone because I would probably have to pick Marcus Mariota, which I would not be looking forward to doing because I kind of want to rock and roll Tebow for at least a year. And the last player off the board at pick 6 to the Atlanta Falcons, but they have fallen. I assume Mike Vick might have retired. They get a tremendous player in Leonard Williams, defensive end out of USC. So here we are at pick 7, the first round draft board. We're going to pick someone in the first round. Looks as such. All right, so let's see. We know Byron Jones, probably worthy of a pick, potentially of a pick. Shaq Thompson, who they actually picked. I like that 7.7 combine grade from Bud Dupree is very appealing. We got Aguilar there, Marcus Peters, Eric Armstead, Melvin Gordon, Devontae Parker, Todd Gurley, Vic Beasley could be the pick. So as it looks, see the thing is, if you told me right now pick my favorite players, it would be I like Todd Gurley out of all these names. But one of the positions that I don't think we need to worry about is that running back spot. I think Big Truz, Mark Ingram is serviceable enough to do the job. So then we go to the next tier. I think, you look at corner. Our corners are on point. My next pick would be Marcus Peters. If I'm prioritizing, the players that I really like. And from this point, it would be Marcus Peters or Todd Gurley. However, I mean, you start looking here, D-end. You got Vic Beasley, Eric Armstead, Shaq Thompson at linebacker. We could bring him in. Byron Jones. I think I'm going with my favorite player here. I'm gonna grab Marcus Peters. We could use another corner. Number 10, we got him at pick 7. 73 hidden dev. The face and stuff will be updated if the face scan is in the game. I just wasn't able to get that linked up before the draft. So there you go. Our first pick as the Carolina Panthers. We get the ball hawk, Marcus Peters out of Washington. So our draft pick here for the second round, I think within a round is usually kind of fair. I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit because there's one guy that I really, really want. Out of all these players, I want Danielle Hunter. And realistically, Danielle Hunter could have went in the second round. So we're gonna burn our pick here on a Danielle Hunter, 70 hidden dev. It's not super overpowered. I don't feel bad about bending the rules in year 1 where there's no real rules for the draft. He's number 34 in true talent. We got him at pick 39, an appropriate pick. Wasn't like we just got number 8 in true talent at pick 39. It's only 5 off. Get off my back. The third round, kind of keeping the rule that we could peek into the round next. I want Quan. I really think Quan Alexander, very underrated linebacker. We kind of need help at linebacker, and he is 70 hidden dev, 32 in true talent, getting him at pick 71. Now I'm starting to feel a little dirty. Maybe we'll in retrospect, I can only draft players in the projected round from now on. I don't know. Our board in the 4th round, I'm going to get a slot wide receiver here out of Duke. Jamison Crowder has definitely emerged as one of the better slots. Ooh! I mean, 6'3" hidden dev looked solid, but number 135 was a bad pick. That's what happens when you play by the rules and try to keep it within the same round. 4th round talent, selected him in the 4th round, and this is what happens. All right, we're in the 4th round. We had 2 4th round picks, so now we're kind of looking here at who's left. I mean, technically, we could go for like a Perryman or a DGB. They're still on the board. We got... Ooh, he's way faster than that. That seems weird. Let's just do it for the shits and giggles. We'll get DGB. Great. Great, but here's hoping the 5th round. I know there's a guy there. Hopefully he's still there. We have an obvious pick in the 5th round if he makes it. Of course, Stephon Diggs would be gone. All right, so here in the 5th round, I mean, still looking at the, I mean, Perriman, Jake Ryan, maybe, out of Michigan. That's actually not a bad pick. 66, hidden dev, number 75 in true value. Solid little linebacker we got here. 6th round here. I'm going to creep into the 7th. I like Darren Waller and try to move him back to tight end. A little bit of a reclamation project. I think that's an awful pick. I think that's an awful pick, honestly, now that we made it. We need a D tackle and an offensive tackle, and I already know what pick I'm going to make at offensive tackle. Christian Covington's Canadian, so there's going to be some bias. We also could look at a safety. There's even when you look at the UDFAs, Anthony Harris, actually, it's not a bad shot. At strong safety, there's no... All right, so we'll get Covington at D tackle to fill up that depth there. And he comes out as a 61, not bad. 180, we got him at pick 183. And then we're going to finish up here in the 7th round at pick 23. Almost a free-for-all pick. We can get who's best. We do not have a tackle on the roster at left tackle. So let's get La'el Collins, a guy that was considered probably 1st, 2nd round pick. Had some, like, I think it was like a murder. Had him go UDFA. So we're going to get La'el Collins, 63, appropriate, very low rating, hidden dev, to be very much our starting tackle as a 60 freaking 3 overall rookie. So draft recap time here. Marcus Peters in the 1st round at a position that didn't necessarily have to go in, but you can always use more corners. Definitely can. And, you know, Kasaw, almost 30s, regressing. So I think Marcus Peters, it's a good pick. We got Daniil Hunter in the 2nd round. Very good chance he starts. We got Quan Alexander in the 3rd round. Really, that 2nd and 3rd round pick, we were, you know, maybe taking slight liberties, but I don't feel any guilt about it. Our team's so bad. It's not going to be, you know, that different in the grand scheme of things. 4th round, we got Jamison Crowder. DGB, we got Jake Ryan, which actually, pound for pound, was probably our best pick, weirdly enough. That was an appropriate pick. He was a 5th round talent. We got Darren Waller in the 6th. He was a 7th rounder, and we got punished for not following the rules, as he's only at 56. We got Covington, and then we finished with La'el Collins, 63 hidden dev, who most likely will start at tackle for us on opening game. Looking at how the rest of the draft kind of fell out after that number 7 pick, we see Andrews Pete here, 73. Trey Wayne, 73. Vic Beasley, 71, going to Seattle. Todd Gurley going to Dallas. We got Melvin Gordon going to the Raiders. Byron Jones. Oh, my God. Did we make the worst pick? Byron Jones, 76. I made a bad pick in Marcus Peters, I suppose. Landon Collins going to the Green Bay Packers at pick 26. We got Bernardrick McKinney going to the Chiefs. He's a 73. Oof. That's pretty high overall. Darby to the Marshalls. Lockett to the Giants. We made that Daniil Hunter pick. Going to the 3rd round. We got David Johnson. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even see him. That is great value. We wouldn't even have had a chance. That's probably why, because I might have thought about it. Even though we have Mark Ingram, David Johnson, elite, and he's going to the Marshalls. 4th round here, Jay Jai to the Browns, Stephon Diggs to the Bears. Bears had one hell of a draft. Grady Jarrett going to the Dolphins, Adrian Amos to the Vikings. 5th round, we made the best selection in Jake Ryan. 6th round, Trent Brown going to the Saints. I definitely also could have been another pick we would consider, 68 with that hidden dev. And then the 7th round, pretty much a shit show. How is La'el Collins not the best value pick in the 7th round is beyond me. But there you have it. The number 1 player in this draft was Byron Jones. I don't think I would agree with that. But it is what it is. And we're happy here with Marcus Peters. So that will just about do it. We have got through the offseason. We are ready to kick off the 2015 season here very, very shortly. Our squad, we open up as a 78 overall. So just to get a quick look at where we rank in the league. Let's see. Oh my God. Okay, the Giants, how are they a 70? Well, okay, they're older now. So we're tied for worst. No one's worse than us. Okay, the Packers are 76, so there's one team lower than us. The Raiders are 77. There's two teams. A couple 75 for Seattle, 3. Dallas is 4. So we're tied for the 5th worst team in the league. And we definitely have less star power. And technically, we could never be the Raiders, so, you know, we're a bad team. This is a great starter squad for us to kick off Season 4 of Flashback Pinks very, very shortly. Here's where our starting squad is going to look like. We're going to go with Tim Tebow as our quarterback. We got Ingram and Hyde at running back. Nix, Victor Cruz, Justin Blackman, and Crowder will be our main offensive wide receivers. We got Jimmy Graham, Fluker, Upati, Howley, Saffold, and rookie Lael Collins will be our offensive line. Flipping to the defense, get a couple shuffling around here. We got Cliff Averill and Daniil Hunter as our DNs with Aaron Donald and Julius Peppers inside. We have Casey Hayward, Marcus Peters, our first-round pick, and Nickel Roby-Coleman at corner. Burnett, and I moved Kason from corner to safety just so that we can utilize Peters, and I hate Sendejo, so it was kind of the best of both worlds there. Geno Hayes, Daryl Washington, and rookie Quan Alexander will make up our starting linebacking core with old Dustin Hopkins and Pat O'Donnell on special teams. So we got our work cut out for us. Difficulty has been dumbed back down to all-pro, and we're going to be back, very well might be tomorrow, to kick off this 2015 season. We got Atlanta, we got LA, we got Detroit, and Green Bay. It's going to be a good one. Can't wait to see. If you want to see just how Tim Tebow plays, how myself, C4, with my Lord and Savior, Tim Tebow, how we can execute this offense, you're not going to miss it. So we'll be back tomorrow on Friday or on Saturday with the kickoff of the 2015 season. Make sure you guys are back here to watch it. And that does it for you guys. So as always, smash that like button. Helps the old videos in the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if it's your first time stopping by, because that's good. And we're on our way to 150,000. I'll catch you guys back here on the next one. Peace out.